This is what my physique has looked like over the years throughout the course of over 10 years of natural bodybuilding. As you can see, for about 2 to 3 years of those, I did not grow at all. Once I ran out of newbie gains, my physique relatively stayed the same over the course of 2 to 3 years despite training 6 days a week. And honestly, during that time period, it really didn't feel good because I was putting in all this work with getting little reward. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the exact same mistakes that was preventing me from achieving my goal physique, which are super common mistakes that relatively every single beginner makes. So if you don't want to throw away over 2 years of lifting down the drain, which is basically what I did, then I suggest you stay tuned for the full video. The first key mistake I was making that so many beginners make is they focus way too much on how they look in the mirror instead of focusing on strength. If you're bench pressing 185 pounds right now for 5 reps and you train 6 days a week, and over the course of 1 year you're still bench pressing 185 pounds for 5 reps, then guess what? You are going to look exactly the same. Even if you train just 1 day a week, but after the course of a year you got your bench press up to like 205 for 5 reps, you are still going to have a way bigger chest despite only training 1 day a week. You see, building muscle is secondary to getting stronger. That is where progressive overload comes into play. If you are showing up to the gym super focused and dialed in on your strength and your numbers, and you just really focus on getting strong, you are going to build muscle so much faster, like unbelievably faster. That is super important. You must be focused way more on strength than you actually are, and I can't stress that enough. If you are just stuck on the same weight week after week past the beginner stage, you are really never going to build muscle. You need to know exactly what you hit last workout and exactly what you are going for next workout. You need to be tracking your lifts to the absolute pin. The goal of every single workout should be A, to just simply increase the weight, or B, add a rep with the same weight. Increase the weight, add a rep with the same weight. You want to do that over and over and over and over again until you can add as much weight to your lifts as possible. That is without a doubt the fastest way to build muscle. The second mistake so many beginners make is they don't get into a calorie surplus. Now, I understand that some people, want to cut, so it might not be best for them, but believe me, muscle growth progresses so much faster if you are able to get into that calorie surplus. I want you to take your body weight in pounds and times that number by 18. You want to eat about that many calories every single day. That is going to allow you to add so much weight to your lifts quicker and therefore building muscle so much faster. So please do try and get into that calorie surplus. That'll significantly speed up muscle growth. Number 3, and this one's super important, and if you've been following me for a while, you could probably take a while to guess that this would show up in the video, is to prioritize the incline bench press. Oh my God, I didn't even touch the incline bench press for like my first 3 to 4 years of lifting. I was super strong on the flat bench press, didn't really train my incline. So I had a big lower chest, I had that aesthetic curve, but oh my God, when I started prioritizing my incline bench press, it literally took my physique to the absolute next level. Here's a picture of what I looked like before I even did the incline, and here's a picture of me after I did the incline. As you can see, there is a huge, massive difference in my physique. When you build up your upper chest, it really does fill out your physique. It just really gives you that huge, powerful, shelf-looking chest. It makes you look huge in shirts. A lot of times, most dudes think they're missing biceps or the lower chest in their physique, but it's really the upper chest. If I could go back in time, I would without a doubt prioritize the incline bench. Honestly, over any interior pushing movement, honestly, I would train it in a 2-to-1 ratio to the flat bench press, and believe me, that will do wonders to improving the aesthetics of your physique. The fourth huge mistake I was making, and honestly, everyone makes this mistake at some point, is I was training way too much in the gym. I was having too many workouts a week. Most beginners are misled into thinking the more workouts they do and the more they train, the faster they will grow. And although this is somewhat true in your first year of lifting, after that really is not true at all, and a lot of times it actually hinders gains. I was doing a push-pull leg split for 2 or 3 years, and really my gains stalled. I didn't grow as much as I should. So by lowering the amount of workouts you do to say 4 or 5 workouts a week, it'll allow you to go super hard in those workouts, and you'll actually have a better chance of adding that strength to your key lifts compared to having 6 sluggish workouts where you really aren't at 100%. You might actually progress faster training less frequently in the gym. So if you're a beginner and your new gains start to stall and you're you just got your heart broken and you're training 6 days a week nonstop, lower that by a day or 2 and you'll probably smash through some PRs, you'll probably break through some plateaus, and then boom, you'll probably end up building muscle faster. Number 5 is very similar, and oh boy did I do this, is doing way too much volume. Intensity is significantly stronger than volume 10 out of 10 times. It really doesn't matter how many sets or reps you do in the gym. It's really more so just like how hard those sets and reps are. Now keep in mind, as volume increases, your intensity is going to have to decrease. You can't maximize volume and intensity. By reducing the volume and doing less work, you're actually gonna be able to go harder on the work that you actually do. So instead of doing like 20 sluggish sets of chest in a workout, you'd be so much better off doing like 8 really hard intense sets where you really focus on strength and adding weight over the weeks. Which leads me to my next point, number 6. A huge mistake I always make and so many people make is they're always changing up their workout routine. That is not what you want to do at all. You need to keep a very structured workout plan you follow for at least 12 weeks. If you want to change up the workouts around or the order of the exercise after 12 weeks of following a very structured workout plan, that's okay. But ideally, you want to be doing the same exact exercises in the same exact order, at least for periods of 12 weeks. That way you can focus on getting really good at those exercises and you can really focus on getting stronger and adding weight to those exercises. If you're constantly changing up your workout routine every single week, then it's damn near impossible to focus on progressive overload or adding weight over the week. It's like if you're starting off with the incline bench press on Monday, you want to start off with the incline bench press every single Monday for at least 12 weeks. That way it'll be so easy to track progress and you can really focus on progressive overload and maximizing gains. Number 7, this one's super important that literally so many people make, even more advanced lifters, is they don't get enough protein in. Protein is super important. I know so many people who go to the gym and they don't track their protein intake. You literally need protein to build muscle. It is so important. Take your body weight in pounds and times the number by about 0.8. That's how many grams of protein you should be getting each day. Now, honestly, even if you're eating a few eggs and some chicken, like you probably think you're getting a decent amount of protein, you're really not. Before I really started tracking my protein intake, I felt like I was eating a lot of protein and I was really only getting even half of my total daily protein intake. Once I found out how much I should be eating, I was like, holy shit, it is pretty difficult to hit. Honestly, I'd recommend drinking protein shakes. If you have a 2-scooper protein shake every single day, that's gonna be about 60 grams of protein, and then honestly, you're just almost guaranteed to hit your protein intake, assuming you eat other food throughout the day. But yeah, I know it sucks and it can be difficult, but you really need to focus on hitting that protein goal. When I really first started tracking that, my physique really started popping off and I really did notice significant gains. Another huge mistake I was making and so many people make is they don't focus enough on the compound lifts. Generally, the compound lifts are those big exercises like the squat, bench press, deadlift, pull-up, etc. You know, those big exercises that people tend to avoid because they suck. But despite sucking, they without a doubt give you the biggest bang for your buck when trying to build muscle. In fact, I would say 80% of your gains will come from the compound lifts. Those first 2 big compound lifts of the workout is literally where like 80% of your muscle mass is going to come from. You need to be super focused and dialed in onto those first 2 lifts of the workout, and you want to add as much weight to those over the weeks as possible. That will literally blow up your physique. In fact, that is without a doubt the fastest way to blow up your physique, getting stronger on the compound lifts. Number 9, again, a super common mistake is doing too many exercises a workout. Again, more is not necessarily better. If you're doing 8 different exercises of chest a workout, 1, that's going to be way too much, but 2, it's going to be so hard to track progress and actually get good at the exercise. If you just pick like 2 to 3 exercises per muscle group, ideally ones you enjoy and can stick to, and ideally a couple of them being the compound lifts, and just focus on getting really good and stronger at those few exercises, that is going to build up your physique far faster than doing a ton of random exercises. And lastly, number 10, another huge mistake I made and so many of you are probably making is you're actually watching too much social media fitness videos. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some good videos out there, but for every good video, there's another bad video. Honestly, when I was like 17, 18, 19, I would just binge watch these videos. I'd be up all night watching all these YouTubers, but honestly, a lot of them just completely overcomplicate it. Honestly, I would say that watching all these YouTubers had an overall negative impact on my fitness journey. They just love to overcomplicate everything. They often give totally incorrect information. Literally hit your calorie intake, hit your protein intake, and just focus on getting strong on the key lifts, and that'll literally account for like 90+% of your physique, guys. Just don't overcomplicate it. I just wouldn't go crazy watching a lot of these YouTubers. Again, just be careful who you listen to and take everything out there with a grain of salt. So those are the 10 biggest lifting mistakes that I made early on in my career, and those are some common mistakes that so many beginners are making. I really hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, please feel free to drop a like and do consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time right after I pitch a special offer for you. January 1st is right around the corner, and just like last year and the year before that, you still are not not in shape. Well, today is your lucky day because I'm looking for 10 hardworking clients who are looking to take their physique to the next level in 2025. I've been training for over 10 years and have my doctorate degree. I am more than qualified to teach you how to build a body of your dreams. No matter what your goal is, I can help you get there with ease. If you are interested, please shoot me an email right here and we'll be in touch shortly.